I bet you've come across those Russian Doomer music compilations while browsing the net. Listening to them, you might feel a depressive nagging feeling, which makes those compilations unique. However, the sadness isn't exclusive to Russian music, as spleen permeates all spheres of our culture. Soviet-style buildings around us don't evoke any joy. Weather is always rainy, making us think about suicide. People are looking at others with eyes full of hopelessness and despair. All of those joyful experiences are reflected in a specific genre of music appearing in all Doomer compilations: Postpunk. While it has been invented overseas, over time Russian musicians changed it to make it reflect our spirit. But what had led to this change, and what Russians added to post-punk? As with any story, we have to start with the beginning. Post-punk came to the USSR around the 1980s, when the Iron Curtain fell. Back then, everybody had already given up the idea of building up the communist utopia, being lost in a world with nothing to believe in. Without a dream to achieve, society's view of the future looked grim. Viktor Tsoi was among the first musicians to capture this melancholy of Russian people, creating a musical group called Kino. Little did he know, this decision would change Russian rock and post-punk forever. From young teens to grandparents, everybody in the former USSR knows his group. Kino copied minor notes, monotone bass, and depressive vocals of the Joy Division, adding only a few changes. Yet, Kino wasn't a total copycat. The lyrics of the songs were full of references to Russian culture and aesthetics, separating Kino from its counterpart overseas. Tsoi's example inspired many musicians to create songs alike, and after the foundation of Kino, other groups started rapidly popping out. Molotov Cocktail, Durnoye Влияние, Alliance, Petla Nesterova. However, these groups weren't as well known as the acclaimed Kino. Unexpectedly, Kino disassembled after the death of Viktor in a car crash in the 1990s. Nobody was prepared for that. Even nowadays, many conspirologists argue that he is still alive, enjoying a calm existence in the depths of Siberia. But this is only a legend, which has little to do with reality. With the death of Viktor Tsoi, the golden age of post-punk in Russia ended, and the terrible 90s began. Russia was in a great turmoil after the collapse of the USSR, and the need for melancholic songs plummeted, making post-punk go underground. Yet some new groups in the genre still appeared. Свидетельство о смерти, or SOS, is one of those few. It was founded in 1994 and exists to this day. Its music captures the frustration of Russian people regarding the changes in their country in the 1990s. Poverty, number of criminals, no perspectives for personal development. SOS high-quality songs are filled to the brim with metaphors and laments about the possible future which will never happen. Yet not many wished to listen to those masterpieces, so the group had to attract its fans in unconventional ways. SOS gave concerts on the town square, which lasted until police arrived to catch the musicians who annoyed passerbys. Moreover, while recording their albums, the musicians usually got drunk, adding a funny burping sound to some of their audios. Slowly, the group found its fan base, becoming popular, and this year they're celebrating their 27th anniversary. After the 1990s, Russia started slowly rebuilding itself from the ashes of a great empire. The period between 2000 and 2010 could be described as a period of steady growth. However, after 2010 its pace decelerated, starting the period of conservation. Once again, the future looks dark, creating a need for post-punk groups. This time, however, there is a boom in the number of post-punk collectives, as it's much easier to assemble a musical group than it used to be in the 1990s, for a number of reasons. Milder censorship and much wider access to the internet. So now we have dozens of completely different musical bands with unique approaches to post-punk sound, from usage of acoustic guitars instead of electric ones, to implementation of hard bass into the songs. To see how the differences play out, let's examine two songs. One coming from Joy Division called Love Will Tear Us Apart, and one from currently famous Russian post-punk group Permotka, called Твоего балкона свет. Both of those songs are similar in their length and in the topic they choose: love. The similarities are obvious. melancholic vocals, energetic drums, and synthesizers. Differences, not so much, yet they are there. The lyrics of both songs are the same in length, but Peremotka dives much deeper into metaphors. Hundreds of green hills buried under snow is much more abstract compared to when routine bites hard and ambitions are low. Over the years, post-punk in Russia evolved into poetry with its exaggerations and metaphors, while post-punk overseas still tackles the romance on a down-to-earth level. Moreover, Russian post-punk songs usually have much more minor notes, making the tone of those songs more depressive. Throughout generations, post-punk remains the genre of music that truly reflects our spirit. As much as our parents enjoyed listening to Viktor Tsoi, we enjoy listening to Peremotka, and probably next generations will have their own favorite post-punk artists. No matter what happens to the genre, it might go underground as it did in the 1990s, or rise to its peaks of fame as it did in the 1980s. I'm sure that it will be with us one way or another, helping to go through obstacles and enjoy calming moments of our lives.